Everybody. Hey, so I owed you a video last week, and you're going to get kind of a mashup video today. So a huge thanks to all of you who are a part of our online community. And I meant to give this to you last week, but it's the holidays. So hopefully you'll give me a little bit of grace, and I'll try to get you some added content this week. So we're going to talk about something called a crab basket. And I love this concept when we coach to it. And I think that we're at a point, both professionally and personally throughout the year, that this is extremely applicable. So we're going to coach to it. And I'd love to hear your thoughts. You can mention them, leave them in the comments on the training video today. You can talk about them in your coaching calls. You can reach out to me, all the things. That's what we're here for. But I'd really love to know in the comments on the video today, what you think about this or how this is applicable to you. So let's give you a whiteboard and leave in your comments today what you think about my. Okay, so a crab trap or a crab basket, depending on what you call it, is a really interesting concept. So if you put a crab in a bucket all by itself, just a regular bucket with an open handle, a crab can climb out of it all by itself and put a crab in by itself. Interestingly enough, if we put multiple crabs, drawing, but here we go, here's one, in a bucket, they will actually pull each other out as they start to climb out. I'm going to make them all different colors. As they crawl out the side of the bucket, they will actually pull each other down. And in business, we call this a crab mentality. And it presents itself in a lot of different ways. We say that we want awesome things for each other, but ironically, we don't. We like subconsciously pull each other down. So as one crab starts to kind of get to the top, the others will, almost to the point of breaking the other crab's claws, pull them down out of the top of the bucket so that they don't get out. So if you leave one crab completely to itself in a bucket, it'll crawl out. I was on vacation this summer and sitting out on my balcony, and all of a sudden this little tiny crab climbed right down along my veranda, and I was like, oh gosh, okay, well then that must have been in its bucket all by itself, right? But had it had another crab in the bucket, they would have pulled each other down. So how often is this applicable, right? Think about you go on a little bit of a diet, and your friends are all like, oh yeah, you know what, you could have a brownie, right? You can have a cookie. Or you get someone in your office, maybe it's not you, but someone in your office gets a promotion. And the rumors start about maybe how that person wasn't deserving of it. So we have a single crab, right? That little guy can come right out of the bucket on its own, and kind of maybe even a little bit of a, hey, I'm a do-all kind of person. But as soon as we present someone else into that bucket, the rumors start, right? And we almost sabotage the other person. This is known as that crab mentality. And it is never, ever going to work well when we've got other people involved and we have a struggling culture. So let's give you a few things that you can look for throughout your office, or maybe even you are inadvertently doing it to someone around you. So here's 10 things to notice if you have a crab mentality or crab mentality in your office. People who are too proud of themselves and treat others as inferior beings. People who panic when their comrades are happy and improving. They get super nervous, like, wait a minute, why are things happening so good? This is kind of like the ultimate crab mentality. If I can't have it, neither can you. This is a really good one. If someone is full of positivity of themselves, but negativity for everyone else, that's a horrible one. They blame their comrades for failures rather than help them up. Around here, we talk a lot about, grab on, and we're going to take you with us. That's that. They treat their comrades as competitors, and that's not a healthy competition. That's not a, an easy, like, hey, let's see if we can do this, or see if we can get it together, but an actual deep competition. They don't know what the word compassion is, and that's hard for a lot of people. Throughout our life, know it all. That's so hard. They know everything. They spend a lot of time talking about people and not ideas and real discussion, right? They're those rumor generators that's really pulling people down. And when they heard this list, they went, oh God, no, that's not me. That's never me, right? They would never have admitted that they have that crab mentality. In an effort to be transparent, I had a prospect, actually, quite a few years ago, explain this to me. And it was a really interesting concept. We had been talking about training some of his architectural staff, and he explained this lesson that he had heard from a mentor, right? And is it something that you can really break in your culture once it forms? When you go from being an individual contributor to a larger team, or if you go from a solopreneur to a growing team, right? Anything that goes from one individual, right? That crab in the pot, to adding more people to the mix and creating that competitive environment and what it looks like. So the best ways to combat it: surround yourself with people who will support you. We often hear people say you are the most like the people that you surround yourself with. Additionally, you don't ever want to be the smartest person in the room. So those are good checks and balances. The other piece is making sure that you are checking in with your behaviors and your coach. Your coaches are here to support you through this process. So that's a really great one, to know your behaviors and then check in to them. And then really clean up the information that you absorb. Right now, we're going through our November campaign. You are downstream absorbing information, and you are upstream putting information out. Make sure that the downstream information you are absorbing is good information for you to be absorbing, and the upstream information that you're putting out is exactly what you would want to be absorbing if you were the one taking it in. So we hope that this is a really great refresher, or maybe it's great information for you to kind of tune up where you're at. If you're that crab that's pulling others down and breaking claws, or you know of one, please let us know how we can help. And we hope that you have a wonderful holiday season with your families, and you take extra time to breathe life in. Have a great day, everybody.